Everybody, and welcome to the Dutch Hall. We are here. No one will notice that little mix-up at the beginning, Kev. I'm sure the YouTube audience is very forgiving, and
let's hope.
And it'll be edited out by the time it hits the main audience, so your listeners at home. Well, for all of you, we are back in the pool shed again for another episode of the Dutch Hall. We've got just the dynamic trio.
Yeah.
Which is comprised of our MVP of Season 8. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for Kevin Van Dungeon, everyone.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Kevin, all I did was we changed things around. We always try to chip away at the show and make it better. And what I did was I gave you something new to deal with, and we weren't prepared. And we ran into a snag, and what we did was we plugged through it. And if our audience won't forgive us for that, then go to Hades, is what I say, to keep it a bit cleaner. And I want to, but I think they'll forgive you, and I'll fix that up in post for next week.
Cut that pot out.
And I also have to introduce the Holy Ghost of the trio here. Mm-hmm. It is a robotic friend,
yes,
made an effigy of my good buddy Dave Charters. Ladies and gentlemen, Robot Dave.
Thanks a lot, Pete.
Well, Dave, I'll tell you, you liked the joke book last week. You really did like it. I sure did.
It sure is.
Oh, that's close enough. Yeah, that was it. You thought you were laughing and carrying on for that reason, Dave. I think we're gonna have another crack at this joke book this week. We're gonna at least, just because I knew how much you liked it, I got a few jokes we'll pick out here to see if you like them this week.
Oh, that's fantastic!
Oh, great! I'm glad you're happy with it. And the only person left to introduce is myself, the host of this program, and two-time President Club Award winner, Pete Van Dyke. Now, before we get this show started, we do have jokes to tell. But before we get the show started, I should do my ads. But I have one date. Wait, 2 dates. I'm at Camp Cataract, November. No, that's next week. That'd be the day before the show goes out. Dang it! I gotta think when the show goes out and then what shows are after that. I think Rhythm and Brews in Cambridge. Look for me there. And for other dates, just follow me on my socials and you'll be able to see. Otherwise, if you'd like to book me, give me an email at live from the Dutch Hall or thedutchhall@gmail.com, or you can go to Spiky Ball Live Comedy and check out a lot of options to have comedy shows. And if you're having a Christmas party, I don't know if people do that anymore because of all the COVID shit, but someday we'll party again. Dude, I'm really tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's those eaves troughs got me.
Wow, yeah.
All right, this is. I'll go joke one. Okay.
All right.
It's from the book, but I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to tell it from memory.
Oh my goodness.
All right. And the reason I want to tell you this joke is because I think it might be racist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be racist. Okay, let me see how this goes. There's 2 surgeons, like doctors,
mm-hmm,
and they're sitting around and they're talking about. There's 2 surgeons, and one of them is from India.
Yes.
And one of them is from Africa.
Okay.
Right? And the Indian guy says, it's Woomba. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the African guy says, no, it's womb. Right?
Right.
And right then, a Canadian doctor comes in the room, says, I think the word you guys are trying to figure out here is womb.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then he leaves the room. And then the African guy says, that guy's probably never even seen a hippopotamus, let alone heard it fart underwater before. You get it? You get it?
I get it.
Is it racist?
I don't know. I think it's describing the noise that
I don't even think there's hippos in India, is there?
Oh,
Maybe the guy spent time working in Africa.
that's fair.
The only thing racist, if it was an African, and that was the only place there were hippos, you know? Hey, you know what else this makes me think of? You know that movie with The Rock called The Jungle Cruise?
I've never seen it.
It's new. It's on Disney, right?
Oh,
But it's based on the ride. You know, at Disney World, it's
Disney?
a Jungle Cruise,
Uh-huh.
where basically you go around, a guy tells you one-liners on a on a boat.
the crappy boat.
Yeah. When I gave up on my dreams when I was young,
Yeah.
and had to choose like a real thing to go to. My real thing that I picked, this is when I graduated from high school, was I applied to go into hotel and food administration. That was
Right.
my program, and my goal was to be the guy that did the Jungle Cruise.
That's
yeah.
what you wanted to do?
I wanted to tell the one-liners on the like little microphone, and I wanted to just like go around on the Jungle Boat and tell jokes all day.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be great, because I couldn't think of anything else to do. And so I really liked that ride as a kid, and then because it was the ride where they told jokes, and then so I watched the movie, and the movie is set in the Amazon,
Oh.
and then it made me think: is the Jungle Cruise supposed to be set in the Amazon too? And then I think it is, but they have hippopotamuses. So then I think, oh, it should be set in the Nile. It's in the Nile, right?
The Nile.
Because they had head shrinkers. Have you ever been to Disney World?
Yeah, a long time ago.
And the Jungle Boat, they had head shrinkers. They had crocodiles. They had the one big thing, the hippo comes out,
Opens his yap.
opens his yap, and kind of squirts a bit of water at you.
Oh.
And that, you know, why I don't understand why they just didn't make it in Africa in the Nile, and then they wouldn't have had to have the because they have the hippos in the movie,
Right.
and then The Rock's like some girls like hippos aren't native to, and he just goes shh, you know, like it was an oversight kind of
Right.
thing.
They
But
acknowledged it, maybe from the...
They did acknowledge
Yeah.
it, but I wonder if it was a fuck up at the park, or if it was if they just changed it from the Nile to the Amazon for the movie for some reason. I don't know.
Maybe they didn't want to give money to Africa.
No, I don't know. We watched a movie with The Rock, Ryan Reynolds,
That's a handsome duo.
and Gal Gadot,
I don't know who that is.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah?
She's super hot.
She's a pretty young lady.
Yeah, she's really, really like gorgeous. Like there's classically beautiful, kind of like she's an Israeli woman and super tall, just very hot. Anyways, yeah, Jane wanted to watch it. My wife.
You're like, I'm okay with that.
Well, she makes it easy. That Gal Gadot is pretty good looking, but I don't care. But I watched it. It was actually kind of good. It was like a double cross kind of like art thief kind of movie. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was actually something I thought was going to suck, and it was like I found myself by the end being like, I fucking like this, you know?
That's
like,
cool.
Yeah, The Rock is in way too many movies, though.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I think so, too.
Like, give someone else a chance.
Yeah, I don't think you need a muscular ex-wrestler to play every single role in every movie.
Yeah, he's playing roles that are like should be by some schlub. Like
that could have been Jack Black. It would have been just as good.
yeah, Bill Murray could have done that same role that The Rock did, and it would have been great, you know?
Yeah. Maybe
But-
not in Fast and Furious, but...
Yeah,
that would've been
no, that Jungle Cruise. I
No,
mean,
I
like
know. Well, could you imagine Bill Murray?
Bill Murray in the Fast and Furious. Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd watch any of them.
I'd actually watch it.
Yeah,
I've seen
exactly.
those movies.
I haven't watched them yet.
No.
Yeah, Vin Diesel was mad at The Rock for stealing his job there.
Oh, I think Vin Diesel's a tool.
Yeah, like that guy. If you look at Vin Diesel's like IMDb or whatever, or if you look at who's been in some of the most box office smash movies, Vin Diesel's like high up there on what he's brought in to Hollywood because he's been associated with so many movies.
Right.
One of them being Guardians of the Galaxy, where he I think played the one that says "I am Groot" or something. Isn't he?
Dave Bautista in that movie too?
Yeah, but he had a real role where you saw his face and like he acted and stuff. And he was good.
So they could have done Vin Diesel's role with CGI if they really wanted to.
It's like Andy Richter when he was in Madagascar. He played like the little cute thing that just made noises.
Right.
And you're like, is that Andy Richter or could that be anybody?
Yeah.
And same with Vin Diesel, and that could have been done by a computer. Yeah, or like I could do it. You didn't get an actor. That's why they got Vin Diesel. But he just kind of like lucked into a career too, because I don't think he's good.
He seems like a dolt.
Yeah, and he's not really particularly handsome.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand the allure of him.
Like he's got a good body.
He's kind of like he's not like built like The Rock. He's built more like he's like a bit doughy.
Is he like a 1970s action hero star? Like where they're barrel, they got a little bit of belly, barrel chested.
I don't know. Maybe I should get a picture of Vin Diesel with his shirt off, and then I'll just and then I'll show it to you. But I think that when I think of Vin Diesel, let me just put in Vin Diesel shirt off. Vin Diesel.
Can't wait.
Wait, because he looks shirt off. Okay. Oh, there he is. All right, let me get this. There's a good one.
There's a way to put.
There's Vin Diesel with his shirt off, right? Like that's a gut. That's not a guy in good shape. But this is when he's in good shape here.
Either.
So, but you can see he's been working out like crazy. He's got a movie or whatever, but he's still a fat guy, right?
He's taking the sauce. He's on the Mexican supplements there.
Yeah. That's when right after the movie's done shooting, then he goes to looking like this again.
He looks like Joe Diesel.
He looks like Jeffrey Ross.
Yes, he does actually.
Like that's just a fat guy. That could be any one of us.
It's like Benjamin Fatten or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like a lot of our friends, maybe even the two of us, look like that with our shirts off. We don't know.
He's just got.
No, there's Vin Diesel when he's all ripped, right?
That's when we were 21, right there.
Yeah, I mean, I do that too. If you offer me a bunch of money for a movie, I'll go. I'll eat right. I'll do exercise 2-3 times a day, and I'll be like super jacked.
See where your mouse is?
Where?
Okay, go 2 to the left. I gotta know who that is. One more over.
One more over. This one.
Yeah. Oh, it's him.
That's him rubbing his belly. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what's nice is that these pictures are like pretty much split 50-50.
Oh, that's so good.
Vin Diesel being like a big fat slob and Vin Diesel being jacked.
He's cut like a jelly bean in that picture.
Yeah, like this one's my favorite one because it's just, you can see it's a regular dude.
Yeah.
You see that gut?
Yep.
I mean, that's just like, just total regular dude.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that. If that's who he is in the movies, like regular dude with a gut, and then he all of a sudden, and there's some humanity, and there's a. You see again?
Just it's that same one there, right there.
This one here, yeah.
He's got like a gunt.
That one looks like they made it look worse than he needed to look.
Yeah. Oh well.
I think they blurred it a bit.
You know who else is not looking so great, but he's also is Russell Crowe. Like you think of Russell Crowe, Gladiator.
Yeah.
And then you see him, but I mean he's 30 years.
He's old. He's old now, right?
Yeah.
Like is he a big fat guy now too?
A little bit. There he is.
Where?
Second.
Oh, that isn't him. Really? Is he really that fat?
You go to that one where he's handsome Russell Crowe to the left. Yeah,
this one.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah, he definitely bulked up, eh? You think that's pandemic weight or? He's got like a bowling ball in his shirt and tits, eh?
Yeah, he's got. I think that's. I don't know if that's pandemic weight or like what do you call that place? Cheesecake Factory.
I heard Jack Nicholson's like really super fat now too, like enormous fat.
Look at that picture of him.
Which one?
Second row down, young Jack Nicholson, crazy.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah, he's nuts. But
Or to that one right to the very end, third row.
where his hair's flying over.
That's the best.
I love any guy with a comb over where the wind catches it and it's up in the air.
I see bloated face Jack Nicholson there. I see the one you're talking about.
This
Right? Yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's recent too. He's
Yeah.
got a mouth condom on there.
Yeah, like he's kind of getting sloth, like kind of like big slothy.
You know what I think? I think that's what the kid from Titanic's going to look like when he gets older too.
Yeah, I think so.
What's his name?
Leonardo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually a huge guy, eh?
Leo?
Yeah, like he's not a little guy. I saw him on like where he met like it was Jeff Bezos. It was like he met Jeff Bezos and Bezos' wife.
Uh-huh.
And Bezos' wife is like looking at him like
You're tall and good looking.
like she's gonna blow him. Like she's so like giving him a look like she's the fuck me eyes like big time.
Uh-huh.
And he Leonardo DiCaprio's like twice his size.
Huh. Dick Rocket guy. I always thought that Brad Pitt looked like
Yeah, it was like there was a. I wish it's like right here. You can see like there's Bezos and there's his girlfriend like cuddling up to Leonardo DiCaprio, but he looks like he's like a whole head taller than both of them. Like he's a giant.
like he's standing on something.
Yeah, maybe he's on a stage or something because he can't be that small. But definitely Bezos' wife wants to bang him.
Yeah.
Or girlfriend or whatever.
I always thought Brad Pitt looked like Robert Redford, but that he's not aging so well either.
Who, Brad Pitt?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
he still think he's a handsome guy,
Yeah.
but he's just not.
But he's still
kind of
like
a fun game.
he still looks like he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't look like an old man or nothing. He's in his 50s. Same with Johnny Depp. Like he's got to be pretty deep in his 50s by now. He still looks like youngish, you know. Like I don't know how like some people like Stamos or whatever like.
Oh, he looks like he's
He
never
doesn't
aged.
Yeah, he's got that Dick Clark thing or something where Dick Clark didn't age until like he had the stroke.
Maybe
Then it caught up to him quick.
Maybe he's got like a crank on his back and it just keeps cranking the skin tight.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Hey, did you ever remember when Dick Clark was doing the New Year's? But he had the stroke then. Did you watch it when he had the stroke,
No,
and then
I
they
did
bring
not.
him out just to do the countdown at the end?
No.
Because it
Was
was
it sad?
That was my favorite part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
was sad.
Yeah, it was definitely sad, and but it was like they're bringing him out like it was like it was kind of like mean to do, but I mean it was nice for him or whatever, but like it was. You don't want to see that, right?
Well, no, I want to see it.
But I do want to see it. You want to see it?
Sure.
Can we bring it up? Like Dick Clark post-stroke.
Does our audience get to see what we're looking at, too?
No. This is, our audience doesn't watch on YouTube, so they don't get to. We just get to describe it.
Oh, okay.
Dick Clark post-stroke. Stroke. Next time I could
Someone looked it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, I need videos. Oh, can we show stuff like this?
No.
Oh.
It'll get you a warning. But a picture is fine.
Okay, we'll go to the picture. But I wanted to see him do the countdown. 'Cause
Oh.
that's the good part.
That's a horrible picture.
Which one?
Like, just the way they stopped it.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like his half his face wasn't doing nothing.
Like,
Like I don't know if you could take a good picture during that time.
fair.
Like he was doing his best, but like half his face didn't work. But like he's like 100 then, I think. Like there was a period of time where Dick Clark was like really old and still looked exactly the same as he did when he was young.
Hey, you know who does look his age?
Who?
Keith Richards.
Yeah, but
He's looked his age, though, for...
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, he was supposed to be an old man, I think. Like,
I don't think. Yeah.
He didn't look right when he was young.
No.
Now he looks about right. He's got to be like 80.
Keith Richards?
Yeah.
I would say so. I'll Google that.
I bet you he is like 80. You know what's
Cool old dude, though.
You know what I think is kind of I saw this is terrible to do, but because it's not fair to people
77.
people age, right?
Yeah.
But then when they peak when you're young, like when you're in your 20s and you're famous, and then no one hears from you again, and then you see them when they're like 40 or 50, it's like alarming, right?
Right.
So let's look up people that were hot when we were kids.
Okay.
See what they look like now.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah, who?
She was married to Richie Sambora. I just saw a picture of her the other day.
Heather Locklear.
Yeah.
So so let's guess if she's going to be looking good or not good.
I already know.
You do?
Yeah.
Then I'll guess then. Heather Locklear.
Today.
How do you spell it?
That's good.
Lea. Can't even see.
Yeah, you got her.
Today.
Oh, you're yelling.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's one. She looked like she was just out of prison.
Go down one. There you go.
Which one? This was her like kind of every day. Heather Locklear.
So, yeah.
That's good. I would give her a rating of like that's what a lady of her age. Now this one here.
She's looking a little tough there.
That's rough looking, but do you think that's real?
I also think she's probably.
That's a little work too, but.
What do you think? I'll look up ages while we're finding it.
Okay, like that's a normal picture. That's her kind of like doing herself up to go out.
Yeah.
And she's like probably a 60-year-old woman.
She is
Like
60 years old.
yeah, like so.
She looks great.
When you think of it like that, like that's a 60-year-old woman. That's.
Look at her in black over there.
This one.
Nope. To your left. There you go.
This one. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, that's 60, man.
She looks good.
Yeah, I'm going to give Heather Locklear at least a pass, you know?
Okay.
Like, that's a normal woman, not a famous. If she's famous still, then this is not acceptable. She's got to do harder work. But, like, for a regular girl at 60, I give her, like, a passing grade, but, you know.
What's Madonna looking like now?
No, I'm going to guess with Madonna, because Madonna was such, like, a workout nut.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Madonna's, like, hard looking. You know how some women will get like doughy when they get older, and some women will just get like
Grizzled?
skinnier and grizzled. Yeah, more grizzled. She's gonna look grizzled.
All right.
That's what I think. Madonna today, but still in shape. I'm saying.
Yeah. Oof.
But hey,
Oh my.
now this one here, this is the one I'm thinking of here. If
Oh.
that is what she should look like.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how old is Madonna?
I would say 65. But that's a guess. I'm supposed to be looking that up.
Like Madonna turned into like a crazy aunt. Like, you know, like
63.
she's 63? You know what though? She looks like an old Italian lady there. And
Yeah.
and I'm like
Oh wow. Click that one.
which one? This one where she's got like a witch look?
Yeah.
Well, she got her grills on.
Oh, okay. It looks worse when it's smaller. Holy
Like I think Madonna looks like, I don't know if that's her today or not. It looks like, but she's still pretty, like she's an older lady.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm gonna give her like, I still think she's like, I don't think she's classically beautiful.
Nope. What about
But I still give her a passing grade. Like nothing wrong with that. Hey, I want to do one.
all right.
I'm gonna say from like the world of music.
Yes.
Do you remember Maisie Starr?
I don't, but
No? Okay, wait. I'm going to think of a hot girl from the 90s. Who is hot? Oh, how about the girl from the Bangles? You know the Bangles? One hot girl from the Bangles?
I'm going to Google that.
I'm going to put hot girl from the Bangles.
I did the same thing.
So that's her.
Susanna Hoff?
Susanna Hoff. Yeah, she was hot. So
She's
like
62 now.
She's 62? Okay. So Susanna, and see what she looked like? You remember what she looked like, right?
Yeah. Walk with an erection. Was
that the same band?
No.
No, Eternal Flame.
Yeah. That's right.
Now. 2021.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. She still looks awesome.
I think she looks great.
Like ridiculous. Look how hot she is.
Yep.
You know what she is?
Wow.
This looks like a new. Look at that.
Wow.
Crazy hot.
So what did I say? She was 63?
Yeah. Way hotter than Madonna. Way hotter than anyone she held up by far the best.
Yeah.
You want to know what it is with people like that? Classically beautiful, eh? That you don't need. That's what it is. It ages well.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she wins for sure. Here's another one where you can tell she's an older lady, but she's like got it together. She's just like that girl from Charlie's Angels, Jacqueline Smith.
Ooh.
She aged really well.
I gotta know Jacqueline Smith's age now.
But she's got to be dead now. She's got that's Charlie's Angels. How old would Jacqueline Smith be?
She is 76.
76. Jacqueline Smith. And okay, now that's mean almost to go that. Let's say now. Look at Jacqueline Smith.
Oh, she's still good looking.
She's still good looking. Even at 76, like she's got some work done. She's got a nose job, but and there's cheekbones and stuff. But still, she doesn't look very alien.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's gorgeous and she's an old lady. That's crazy.
I just thought of one.
She looks better than those other first two.
Yeah. Fast Times at Ridgemount High.
Phoebe Cates?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
She was real good looking.
And she married that guy, Phoebe, is it Gates?
Cates with
Cates
a C.
with a C?
Yep. And she is 58. Oh, I see. Oh.
All right. Her now.
Her then. Oh, she's still good looking. Girl.
Yeah, she's still good looking.
Who'd she marry?
Kevin Kline.
Oh.
And then she left Hollywood to raise a family and be like a normal person.
Ah, she's good looking.
Okay. Yeah. Look at.
Yep.
Yeah, she held up good. But she's got the same sort of look, right?
Yeah.
Which is that classic Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island look, you know?
Yeah, I can't look her up.
Whereas you get like I find that the blonde ladies, like if you're like a blonde bombshell, you don't generally age too well. So let's think of a blonde bombshell, like a Nicole Eggert always comes to mind.
Yeah.
And then she did that video too where she poked fun at the fact that she had like a normal aging body or whatever.
Who played Blair on The Facts of Life?
Ooh, Lisa Whelchel. You want to start playing Facts of Life trivia with me, Kevin? This is a serious business because I'll go. Let's just rhyme them off right here.
All right.
We got Lisa Whelchel.
Yep.
Playing Blair.
Joe was
Christy McNichol.
Yep.
Then we got Tootie is Kim Fields.
Yep.
And Natalie, Mindy Cohn.
You got it. Who played Mrs. Garrett?
Oh, that would be Charlotte Rae.
Oh, yeah. And she also did the crossover to Different Strokes.
Yes, she did. No, Different Strokes was a spinoff. Facts of Life was first, right?
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both.
Oh, no.
And there you go.
Different Strokes was first, and Facts of Life was a spinoff, I think.
The Facts of Life.
Yeah. And then the first season, they had a lot of other people, and some of them ended up turning out to have careers, too.
So who played Blair? Lisa Whelchel?
Lisa Whelchel. Yeah, I should put her. She would be terrible now. If you went through the whole cast there of Facts of Life, I bet you the best looking one is Mindy Cohn.
58 years old. Oh, Mindy Cohn played Natalie?
Yeah, she played Natalie. Okay, and then we have to go now. And okay. Oh, you know what? She doesn't look bad at all.
Neither does Natalie.
Natalie held up too?
She held up okay. Lisa
looks good, and Joe looks good too.
Oh, Joe looks really good. Joe looks better than she did.
Oh, yeah, and Mindy Cohn too. Yeah, they all look good. Yeah. Except Kim Fields put on some
where's
weight.
Toot on Tootie?
I don't know. Let's look up Tootie. She didn't get it mixed in with all the girls. Let's just put white girls from Facts of Life. because they didn't give me any of Tootie. Where the fuck is Tootie? Finally, Tootie way down at the bottom of the page. You get one picture of
Kim
Tootie.
Fields, is that her name?
Yeah, Kim Fields, man. That's bullshit. Tootie stole the show.
Her and her roller skates.
This is what I remember, and I don't even know if it's true.
Whoa.
But
52.
But also 52.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, she looks good too.
I think so.
Yeah, they all held up good. Hey, who was the name? Who's that really hot chick from? Who's the hot black girl from Saved by the Bell? You remember her? And then there was the one
that Screech had the hot
from Clueless. You know the one from Clueless, and then she ended up being like a kind of right wing politic.
Yeah. I'll look up Saved by the Bell girl first. I think her name's Lisa too, but
you know the thing about Saved by the Bell? There's a guy on that show played AC Slater.
yeah.
He's the exact same age as me.
Really?
He was born on the same day, the same year, and everything. Me and AC Slater.
Mm-hmm.
So when I want to judge how I'm doing, I always look at Mario Lopez, and I'm like, I compare myself to Mario Lopez. He's my marking stick.
What was her name?
Who?
Lisa. Lisa, right?
Yeah. This is a fun game.
I like it.
You know who was never hot?
Lisa
Was Joni from
Happy Days?
Happy Days? Like, I never understood.
Lark Voorhees.
Who?
Lark Voorhees played
Lark Voorhees?
Yep. And she's 47-ish.
She's about 47.
Yep.
Ooh! And then put now. Okay.
What happened? Whoa.
Yeah, she took a tumble.
I think she did a little bit of Days of Our Lives, too.
She took something went wrong with her.
Yeah.
It looks more like she went crazy than anything else.
Possible.
Is this the same girl? Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks like she's cuckoo
Look
banana.
at Dr. Oz behind her.
Yeah, if you're on Dr. Oz and you used to be like a celebrity of some sort,
It's not good. Wow.
you made a mistake.
What
What happened? That's why you never really want to be successful when you're young. You know, you look at a guy like Rod. No one ever plays this game with Rodney Dangerfield, right?
No.
He made it when he was
56 or something.
Yeah, like 56 or something. So like,
Yeah.
you only know him as being an old, gross-looking guy. So like, you don't have any expectation.
You know who? I just thought of one that kind of. I think she might have looks good now, but like Courtney Cox went for
Ooh, yeah, it's put too much work, eh?
a little bit on the lips there.
Yeah. I just saw the new Lance Morissette video, and that's kind of what made me start thinking of this.
Yeah.
Because Lance Morissette, she looks good still. Don't get me wrong, but she just put on some weight. You know, she put on a little bit of weight, and for the first time, it just looked like a Lance Morissette, but something was a little different about her.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, don't you think? But I'm still a big fan.
Yeah, me too.
She not that like
It's like
and it really sucks to judge people like this because if they did the same thing to any human, you know, you see a deterioration of them. But if you only remember them as being young.
What about Shania Twain?
Shania Twain, I think I just saw her, and she did actually still look pretty good. How old is she? She's got to be in her 50s, right?
56.
56?
Yeah, man.
Again, one of those ladies that, you know, you can... Yeah, she looks older, but she's still like a really good-looking older lady, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, look at that. That's kind of natural, too. You just... Yeah.
Yeah, man, she looks like a woman.
Yeah. She's got that natural beauty. That lasts forever.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So, like, so, like, when we go with, like, someone that's cute as a button, that's not going to last. You know, like, you can look at a young kid, and you're like, she's going to grow up to be ugly. But she's cute when she's young. Or that'd be another game we could play where you go think of child actors from movies, and then you see what they look like when they're old, when they're grown-ups. Like Macaulay Culkin, you know, like he turned out all greasy and stuff. And then, but I can't think of any, like, or of movies with kids in it when we were...
I'm trying to think of that girl that played in that movie where she pretended to be a boy to play soccer. fuck was that movie?
Huh?
There's a movie where a girl pretended to be a boy in the movie to play soccer.
Oh, I hate those movies, man. And then they have to she pretends to be a dude, and then she ends up
falls for a guy.
The guy thinks he's gay because he wants to bang like his teammate, and then it turns out it's because she's a girl. They're all the same movie.
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, she went crazy and got real gross.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing like her face.
I just saw it too.
Yeah, she was like an example of like what
the
heck
only
happened.
35. Wow.
Yeah, young train wrecks.
That is sad.
Yeah, that's sad. That's a mental illness thing.
Yeah.
Was it me and you talking about this before? How when Brittany was going through a mental breakdown, shaving her head, everybody's just like laughing and making jokes.
Yeah, we talked last week about that.
Yeah,
and now it was like completely unacceptable. Like they were chasing her, like media was making. The only one that didn't was that Scottish guy that had the late night talk shows. Can't think of his name.
Craig Ferguson.
He stuck up for her all the time.
Well, that's probably because he had some troubles in his life.
Did he? Yeah.
Before, like he was. I know he's an alcoholic, but like if you go through troubles in your life, you have more empathy for other people who have been through troubles.
Yeah. He refused to bash her on his show.
Yeah.
He said
I was just watching my parents watch like criminals on television all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They just watch murders. I know it's my mom more than my dad. My mom just watch murder, and then
she wants to kill somebody.
And then if it's not murder, it's like there's it's like criminals that are getting put away. It's like trials of criminals, but they probably murdered somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite show that she watches is one where you can see the criminals. I think it's just a whole bunch of shots of like criminals who are like getting sentenced to like a life sentence or something like that, and they then do something batshit crazy right when they like getting let out, and they act out one last time,
right?
And then everyone's got to like pin them to the ground, tase them, and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's like wild, like these guys are like they'll do anything. They like ram their heads into the phone on the wall, or they'll just run into a brick wall. They'll like start smashing things. Like they're like nuts, right?
Yeah.
It's a temper tantrum, for people that have always gotten everything they wanted.
You're right.
And then now they have to pay the price. Well, anyways, it's easy to judge them, because they're nuts. But I was watching it, and I was having my normal laugh at their expense.
Right.
And then, but I became like, I just felt sad for them because, like, there's no chance that most of them are just really dumb.
Right.
And they just have no way. Like, I mean, I know I have had lots of problems in my life, but like, I was lucky that I had enough self-awareness and support and resources that I can get the right help and stuff like that so that I could get through it. But like, if you don't have that stuff,
yeah,
and you got like something wrong with your head, like how do you ever get out of it?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's even hard to identify that you have a problem.
Yeah,
yourself.
Without self-awareness, none of these guys are self-aware.
No.
They think the world's out to get them. They don't know that it's a construct in their mind that they can change. They don't know that, they're nowhere close to that. Like, if you suggested that to them, they would have no idea what you're talking about.
Sure. It's just how it's just how they're wired, right? Like,
yeah. And once you kind of realize that, you're like, like you see these people, even the people that do bad things, you just kind of feel bad for them. Instead of being judgmental, it's like I just kind of feel bad.
I believe there's some fuckheads out there for sure, but there are other people that just have. They have that defense for a reason.
Yeah,
People take advantage of the criminally responsible because of insanity. However, there are people that I don't know, throwing them into jail is not going to do anything.
No, it just delays them doing it again.
Yeah, and
what you should. Is you would remove them from society for as long as they allow you to, until you release them back to do it again. When really every single person that ends up in jail has a problem.
Yeah, oh yeah, and
they need that problem fixed before they can be released. It should be about fixing the problem and then releasing them rather than a sentence. You know,
Probably spend a lot less money on jail.
yeah,
If you actually gave people the help.
they needed.
Yeah, the mental health.
And there wouldn't be the repeat business. You know.
Yes, recidivism.
Yeah, but anyways, it's easy to sit here and do it versus try to actually make it happen.
Well,
you
I
know?
think we figured it out.
Yeah, I would not want to do any work though. Just to make things clear, if this requires extra work, I am not helping.
This one will get deleted from the files.
Yeah.
Never talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, my idea, but that's as far as I go. I'm just the idea man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone else can do the heavy lifting. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, not me. I am too old. That's a young person's job.
You don't even like clean eavesdrops. There's no fucking way
No,
you're lifting that kind of, putting that weight on your shoulders.
never. No. You want to give this thing a try? This
Yeah,
joke
sure,
book
why not?
again?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one, Kevin, we're going to go random jokes.
Okay.
But now you have your responsibility is to judge this joke because they're random.
All right.
So I don't know if they're going to be good or bad. So when I do it, you just have to give it a judge by using one of the sound effects. Okay.
All right.
Let's start off with a good Polish joke.
For our man.
Oh, this one's great. Now I need to ask you at the end and the beginning and the end of this joke too. Is this racist?
Okay.
Because it might be racist.
I think you're allowed to make fun of Polish people.
Yeah, but this one has three guys. A Jew. That's the one I'm worried about.
Okay.
An Italian and a Pole, which I like to say Polak. All right?
Yeah.
They signed up at the police academy. The Jew went first. I should say the Jewish fella, but he went first, and the captain said, "Before we admit you to the academy, we have a question to ask you. Who killed Jesus?" "The Romans," answered the Jews. "That's correct. You can enter the academy." Next, it was the Italians' turn. "Who killed Jesus?" The captain said. "The Romans," replied the Italian. "That's correct. You can enter the academy." Finally, it was the Polak's turn. "Who killed Jesus?" the captain answered. "I'm not sure," said the Pole. Well, the captain said, "Why don't you go home and think about it?" The Pole went home and said to his wife, "You won't believe this. My first day on the job, and they gave me a murder case to solve."
Yeah, what's your problem, man?
He is
Yeah.
Polish, right?
Yeah, he is Polish. He's half Polish.
Oh.
Poland just bought 10,000 septic tanks.
Uh-oh.
As soon as they learn how to drive, they're going to invade Russian. As soon as they learn how to drive them, they're going to invade Russian. Russia!
That's a good joke.
I screwed it up, though.
I get it.
All right. You have any grandparents, Kevin? No.
Mine are all
grandparents
dead,
died in the 1800s.
Maybe 1900s, but yeah. Fucking while. Like, I never met them, if that means anything.
No, well, your dad was so old when you were born. I was like, how old would your grandparents have been? You know what I mean?
I think there's one picture of a fat little me sitting on my grandma's lap, but like,
You were alive when your grandparents were alive?
oh my God. I'm a total whoopsie doodles, you know that.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think you could make it. That's what I mean, because you're such a whoopsie doodle. Oh, no, your dad would have had you when he was like 55.
50-ish. 52, maybe?
And then,
So they might
so
have
that's
been in
not
their
too
80s.
Yeah, they could still be alive. Okay. Here's a joke here.
Yep.
It's not even about grandparents. I went to the page beside it.
All right.
After a whirlwind romance, a couple were on their honeymoon when a guy announced, "Honey, I have a confession to make. I'm a golf nut. I play every weekend in the summer. You'll hardly see me." His wife took a deep breath and said, "I have a confession to make too. I'm a hooker."
Oh.
"That's no big deal," said the husband. "Just keep your head down and get it? And your arm straight."
I thought she was a golfer with a bad swing.
No, she's a prostitute.
She is a hua.
Yeah. Little boy said to his grandfather, "Make a frog noise for me, Granddad." No, son, I don't feel like making a frog noise for you now. Oh, please, Granddad, make a frog noise. Yeah, no, I don't want to.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, please, Granddad, make a frog noise. Why is it so fucking important to you
This book is getting better.
that I make a frog noise? Because Mom says when you croak, we get to go to Disney World.
That's a pretty good joke, though.
Yeah.
Because he wants to go to Disney World.
Yeah. And they want his inheritance money. They need his death. A little boy and his granddad. What?
That really goes on for a long time.
Yeah. You can put as much crickets as you want. A little boy and his granddad were raking leaves in the garden.
Yes.
The boy saw an earthworm trying to get back into his hole. Grandpa, I bet I can put that worm back in his hole. I'll bet you $5 you can't. It's too wriggly and limp to put back in that little hole. You'll never get it in. Be like trying to shoot pool with a rope, son. Believe me, I know. You can't just thumb that fucking squirrel in. No, I don't know. I'm reading ahead. I'm getting into it. Okay, I'll bet you $5 you can't. The boy went into the house, came back with a can of hairspray, and sprayed the worm until it was straight and stiff. He then stuffed the worm back into the hole. His granddad gave him $5 and then trotted indoors with a smile on his face. 30 minutes later, he reappeared and gave his grandson another $5. But Granddad, you already gave me $5. I know, but that's from Grandma.
That's like
Because I sprayed it on my cock, son, and then I banged her with it. Because my old granddad's cock has been limp for years. Your old granddad's cock's been like a bag of wet sand for as long as you've been alive. And now I use your fucking hairspray trick, and I poked it into your grandma's old chapped cunt. That's how it doesn't say any of that in the book, but I think it makes a better joke.
It's like
Right?
it's in the same theme, that's for sure.
Should we just keep these grandparent jokes going, and then we can, because it seems this granddad's starting to develop his own character.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a man came home from work, and he noticed that his father seemed to be avoiding the grandchildren. What's the problem? You normally love playing with them. The old man whisked a medicine prescription from his pocket and said, "Read the label, that's why."
Oh, boy.
The son took the bottle, and he read the label. It says, "Take 2 pills a day. Keep away from children."
Oh.
Boo!
That's
You like that, Dave?
That's like a Jimmy Carr joke about Viagra. Said don't use around children, or keep away from children. He's like he needs help getting an erection around children.
Oh, yes. Here, this joke will be good. Timmy was sitting at a tea table with his granny. They were chatting about television and comics when suddenly he asked, "How old are you, Grandma?" The grandma said, "That's private, Timmy. I'm not saying." A few moments later, Timmy asked, "How much do you weigh, Grandma?" "My, aren't you inquisitive?" said the grandma. "But I'm afraid I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh. You see, it's personal." The next day at school, Timmy recounted the conversation to his friends. They said if he wanted to find out how old his granny was and how much she weighed, he should look at her driver's license. So in his next visit to his grandma's, Timmy snuck a look at her driver's license. And when they sat down for tea, he told her excitedly, "I know all about you. You're 65 and you weigh 125 pounds. And then he said, he hesitated for a moment before whispering to her, "And I also know you got an F in sex."
Oh.
No.
No, you don't like that, Dave? It meant female. He thought it was a grade for her grandma being terrible at fucking. You don't get that? Oh. Well, that's a joke. That's where it comes from. You see, she has to mark an F on the driver's license to say female. But the kid thought it was a grade, like, Grandma sucks at sucking dick, you know? Anyway, 10-year-old boy was stuck with his math homework. Grandpa, could you help me with this? I could, replied his grandpa, but it wouldn't be right, would it? I don't suppose it would be, Grandpa, but have a shot at it anyway. What? Boo! That was the end. Oh, man, that was terrible. Oh.
It sure is.
Okay, this is a sad joke. I'm going to tell it to you. A man went to the doctor's office for his annual physical. The man was stunned when the doctor said, I'm afraid you only have 6 weeks to live. Oh, I can't believe it, said the man. I feel great. Isn't there anything that can be done? Well, said the doctor, you could try taking a mud bath every day. Why, would that cure me? No, but you'll get used to the dirt.
I like it.
Yeah. He's going to die. Terrible, terrible, terrible joke. It's sad that that person will no longer be
with us. But he'll be used to the dirt, at least.
Yeah. He'll miss him. He'll miss some real treasure moments with his.
Can you believe that?
I don't know why. Taking this tough, this man's.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the chief problem about death, incidentally, is the fear that there may be. Oh, sure, that's somebody else's joke. I can't read it.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Okay, here. A man was telling his friend, my grandfather predicted in advance the very year in which he was going to die. What's more is he knew the exact month he was going to die. What's more than that, he knew the precise day he was going to die, and he even knew the time of day he was going to die. And he was right on every count. That's uncanny, said the friend. How do you know all that? The judge told him.
No.
He was a convicted serial rapist and murderer.
That makes him laugh.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have a dark sense of humor, you robot. I'll tell you that. Mom, said the son to his aging mother, when you go, do you want to be buried or cremated? I don't mind, replied the mother. Surprise me. She's dead, of course. Like, you can do whatever you want with her. You can just. That was no good. That was no good. A small boy was walking along the road when a car pulled up beside him. The driver leaned out and said, if you get in my car, I'll give you a bag of sweets. The boy ignored him. Okay, said the driver, if you get in my car, I'll give you 2 bags of sweets. Still, the boy ignored him. Listen, persisted the pedophile in the car. If you get into my car, I'll give you all the sweets you want and $10. The boy turned to the driver and said, Dad, for the last time, I'm not getting in that you go. You see, his dad's got his dad has got a Yugoslavian car, and if he would just get a better car, his kid would fuck him. That made the joke worse.
Sure.
No, this was fun about these jokes is the changing them at the end.
I like when you punch them up.
Yeah. 2 friends were driving through London when they came to a set of traffic lights. The driver went straight through on the red. You just jumped that red light, said the astonished passenger. The driver said, don't worry, my brother does it all the time. A few minutes later, the driver went through another red light. You did it again. You're going to get us killed. But he was reassured once more. Don't worry, my brother does it all the time. However, the next set of lights showing green, the driver came to a halt. Why are you stopping on a green? Asked the passenger. Well, my brother might be coming.
Oh, that's a good joke.
Yeah. His brother's a fucking piece of work.
Not a good driver.
Yeah. State trooper, this is an American joke. State trooper pulled a car over on a quiet country road and walked up to the driver. Excuse me, ma'am, but is there any explanation for your erratic driving? You're weaving all over the road. Thank goodness you're here, officer. I almost had an accident. I looked up, and there was a tree right in front of me. I swerved to the left, and there was another tree. So I swerved to the right, and another tree. It was the most horrifying experience. Calmly, the officer reached through the side window to the rearview mirror and said, "Ma'am, there was no tree. It was your air freshener."
Oh, that could have been a blonde joke, maybe.
Yeah, that joke did not deserve a laugh. Charters did not.
He likes everything.
Oh, goodness. Well, we need to go to a different subject matter here.
You know I have a soft spot for Mexicans.
Oh, we did all the Mexican jokes last week.
Oh, okay.
But you know, you're half Scottish. Why don't I tell you a Scottish joke here?
Sounds good.
A Scotsman had just lost his wife and went round to the local newspaper to put a notice in the deaths column. We call them the obituaries here.
Ah.
What would you like to say? Asked the clerk. Moira's dead, replied the Scotsman. But you can put a few more words than that, said the clerk, and at no extra cost. Well, said the Scotsman, mulling over, how about in second-hand Ford for sale?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. He's trying to sell a car, because his wife was driving the car around, but then she's dead now. So every time he sees that car, he's reminded of his loss.
Or he wants to sell a car.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I don't even understand that joke. You want me to tell Welsh jokes?
I don't know. I don't know about the Welsh people.
I don't want to start making fun of those poor Welsh.
We might have a huge audience wherever Welsh people are from.
Yeah. I know we're in overtime here, but I got to tell this joke about Isaac's wife.
Isaac?
Yeah, you know Isaac from the Love Boat?
Isaac?
He was a bartender at the Love Boat. Isaac.
Black guy?
The black guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Isaac's wife could tell that her husband was obviously very worried about something. He wasn't sleeping at night, he's lost his appetite, and he looked permanently anxious. Eventually, she asked him what was wrong. It's terrible, said Isaac. I owe Mandy Cohen $1,000, but I can't pay it back. I daren't. Is what it actually says here. I daren't tell him. What should I do? Why don't you call Manny up right now, said his wife, and tell him that you'll pay him back the $1,000, and then he'll do the worrying, not you. Oh shit! I screwed that up.
I thought that was part of the joke.
No, that would be I thought was a setup, but it's a punchline, and it was supposed to be. Tell them you can't pay back the $1,000, then he'll be worrying, not you.
Ah.
Okay, that's stupid. I'm going to go to the dirty section.
All right.
Politically incorrect here.
Oh, boy. Racy jokes.
Okay, what have you got when you've got a green ball in your left hand and a green ball in your right hand?
I don't know.
Kermit's undivided attention.
Oh.
That is the appropriate sound effect for that one. Girl, do you believe in puppy love? Boy, I tried it once, but their assholes are too small.
Good old bestiality joke.
Yeah. I like the short ones like that.
Yeah. Tiny young man over here.
An old sailor went to a brothel and chose a girl. As they got down to it, he asked, "How am I doing?" 3 knots, she replied. 3 knots? What do you mean? You're not hard, you're not in, and you're not getting your money back. Yeah. What happens when a Jew with an erection walks into a wall?
Oh, my goodness. What?
He breaks his nose. That one's racist.
That's a racist joke.
Yeah. Okay. What do you call 2 skunks having a 69?
Oh, my goodness. What?
Odor eaters.
Oh, that's a good joke.
Yeah, maybe we just end with that one. That's a good one. Oh, wait. Why do men have holes in their penis?
Why?
So that oxygen can get to their brains.
Oh, that's a bit of truth to that joke.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's true.
What's the difference between a hooker and a drug dealer?
What's the difference?
A hooker can wash her old used crack and resell it.
He likes the pervy jokes.
Anyways, that's it for this week, everyone. We didn't even do feedback. We got feedback. But you can keep supporting us and do your Amazon shopping if you want to for Christmas by going to Live from the Dutch Hell's website and clicking on our banner. Anyways, thanks for listening to us this week. Anything you want to talk about, Kev?
I'm good.
And until next week, we will see you, NT. See you next Thursday. We finished the show, and then he's like telling the story about his clutch on his old Ford that blew,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "What happened with the guy's clutch?" You know, like.
God damn you.